Hey guys, so I did look at Trump in relation to the debate. I realize I have not actually looked at Biden, specifically as far as the debate. And we have a few hours to go, so let's see what we get. So, get all the Trump gook off of the cards. Joe Biden, Joe Biden. Help us to see Joe Biden and how he's going to do in these debates against Donald Trump. Joe Biden, how are you doing, and what can we expect from this debate? Oop. Okay, so I think it looks good for Biden and some interesting things here. We start with this 10 of Pentacles covered by the Hierophant. This tells me, first of all, this 10 is a very strong card. Like, he's in a very good position. And I feel also he has a tremendous amount of support. I think money-wise, the campaign is doing great. And it's almost like big families, like big wealth families are giving their, maybe even Republican families, which I know that is happening with the McCain family. They are giving, maybe it'll happen with like the Bush family or something. They will be giving their support to Biden, covered by the Hierophant. Like, that sort of brings me to, well, what the Republicans have made this a bad word, but the establishment, although I think some people just, I don't know, somehow that word became a bad thing, but he's got the support of the establishment, the established political families, and a lot of that in DC. So that seems really a positive start for me. Of course, he's got this King of Pentacles on his mind, this being Trump, the mob boss Trump. I think he'd really like to bring up the taxes, that story that has come out. I think he's gonna really try to press on different things about spending. Oh, and like here at the base, so more Pentacles. There's a lot of Pentacles in this. I think that it's interesting, yeah. Pentacle, Pentacle, Pentacle. I think that Biden is going to talk a lot about, like, why do the wealthy and these giant corporations get such big tax breaks? And at the base here, with this 6 of Pentacles, why aren't we giving more to the people? Why can't more wealth go to the people? And I think that's going to be very appealing to the people. He talks about this great he says, I'm not going to raise taxes on anybody who makes less than $400,000 a year. I think that's just great. It's so easy to say. And he's going to talk about what that will do. Just that act, and how much more we can do for the American people who are actually paying taxes while he doesn't pay taxes, barely. So that'll be interesting, yeah. And it does seem it's so on topic with Trump that whether he brings up his own personal taxes or not, it's gonna like shine, everyone is gonna feel that subtext there. King of Wands in the past. No, we have a death card. So, of course, I initially was scared, but I kind of have to laugh because I think that I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Biden is going to destroy him. I say destroy here, but I think it will be more of a casual walking all over him, like you can see the death figure is doing in this card, which I think is great. And I think it could tie into the current death toll in this country, which could be the thing that really gets Trump. King of Wands, this is a strong person of passion. So he's got the passion, and I think he's going to destroy Trump. That is so funny. I was just hoping he does a good job, and it's like, is this what this card is telling me? There's a little bit of a sense of humor to it. That's what I feel. This is interesting to me also. So I feel that this Six of Swords and this Empress, this is sort of like, what's he doing right this minute? What's in the environment right now? Like, I swear, I think he's the type of guy who will actually prepare for a debate. I feel right now, because this card is like calmer waters. With this Empress, I feel like he's like meditating. Like, I would not be surprised if he's doing like deep breathing exercises. He's like getting himself centered. Like, he, instead of spending his last few hours stressing about the details, he's prepared, and now he's like, I don't know, maybe he's in the sauna or taking a hot tub or something, you know? And I get this Empress energy. I think that that's an interesting card here, because I think he's going to contrast Trump, because he's the softer candidate. And I notice he's doing this a lot. He's not trying to be like Trump, like I'm tougher than you, or, you know, his toughness is in his vulnerability, his strength. He will talk about, I think, strength and vulnerability, and why, you know, and love, like these words that Trump would never use. And that's what is going to set him apart. And I think he hopes to emotionally connect to people in that way. So I feel he's doing something sort of that feminine practice, like relaxation right now. Getting a massage, doing some breathing. I feel his wife is very, like, kind of with him and involved in sort of giving him a few hours of relaxation, soft music. I just thought that was so cool. And then also, yeah, in relation to how to battle Trump, maybe you just go to a place that he would never go, which is love, kindness, and a softer side for men, for the male, you know, collective persona. Like, let's be better people. Let's be softer to each other. Let's be more understanding. Let's be more compassionate. Yes, I remember that in the Democratic convention. I noticed that their key word, I think it was compassion or something like that, something that he's going to bring out in his side of the debate that will be powerful against Trump. So the Magician, and this helps me with this card also. So, you know, he really wants to dominate. This is Hopes and Fears. This Magician card is the most powerful card of the deck. He uses every asset available to him, every power available to be the most powerful. So, so he wants to dominate. He definitely wants to be the most powerful. I mean, of course he does. But, you know, it's not like he's just like, man, I just want to get through it and do a good job. It's like he wants to be the most powerful. And, you know, he hopes that Trump doesn't have the powers. But I feel he has much more of these natural powers at his disposal. He's smarter, he's kinder, he's more passionate, and he wants to give more genuinely to the people. Final outcome, good news, good news. So I do believe he wins the debate. Ace of Wands, he does it. Also, he does it within this being even the central outcome is this Six of Cups, just back to kindness. It's sort of nostalgia when we were all nicer to each other. Why can't we be a kinder community? And interesting, I get that with this Two of Cups is like, why can't we come together? I think there's going to be a lot more of, you know, even like Democrats and Republicans, like why we used to get along. We used to all be nicer to each other. We used to be more honest. And so this is what he's selling. And it's interesting because Trump in his 2016, he you know, or still now, he tries to talk about Make America Great Again. He's been playing off of some version of nostalgia, some promise of going back in time. But like Biden, so I think they must realize that works on people. There are people who want to go back, but he's going to take it to let's go back to a nicer time. So he might play up on that emotional need of people, but he's going to center it, you know, on that loving kindness and neighborly helpfulness, understanding, compassion. Oh, I'm excited for this now, even more. At that point down here, yeah, so we have, this was at the base when I pulled these. You know, he's prepared. He's skillful. He's going to be skilled and prepared. Again, these pentacles, he's going to discuss his plans for the economy, what he can do. Oh, I think they'll discuss, yeah, the protests. And, you know, I know that Biden's going to have to say people need to not be fighting. He of course, he wants to support people's right to protest, but let's not get violent. And, you know, and talking about why is the world is upside down with Donald Trump, right? This 5 of Cups is such a sad loss card. It's upside down, okay. It doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be violent for people to get their, you know, and this I think ties into the pandemic. It didn't have to be this way. I think I read that like they're not supposed to talk about C-19 deaths. Good luck. I mean, that has to come up. Basically, it doesn't have to be this way. And shining a light on the emperor, on Donald Trump. And that's, you know, a really positive card. Yeah, shine a light on that guy. Then I pulled these two, another really positive card with this Fool that I also feel like has come up a lot with Biden in some of these readings, which is a new beginning. Or like with Biden-Harris. It's a new, he is offering this Knight of Pentacles a new start, a new age. And that is what we're going to get. So I'm excited for that. And then down at the base, after these two, Judgment. That's fantastic. What stands out to me especially is he's really wanting people to like wake up. You know, he's like playing that trumpet. And I see people waking up. Maybe people who didn't vote before or people who are undecided. They're going to like what he has to say. Bringing Kamala in to the conversation. The 5 of Swords and the 2 of Wands brings me to, well, this brings me to like Russia. Like, why are you so nice to Russia? Why are there no consequences? I think he will bring up Russia a few times. And this being there's something suspicious about Trump's ties to Russia, or at least why won't you, oh, okay, yeah. He might bring up the intelligence on Russians and those soldiers, that he put a bounty on the soldiers. That might come up, or at least something to the effect of he seems to be tied to Russia and unable to stand up to them. Trump is gonna bring out some pounding. You know, this is his style. And you know, some people might really like that. They like to see Trump beat on people. So he's gonna try to give them that. But, you know, I think it'll go both ways. It's like Trump will hit back, but it's because he's getting hit. And I see this as Biden takes it. This is a 7 of Swords. This guy has 5 of them and leaves 2 behind. I believe if there was a score, it would be 5-2, Biden. And look at that with the star. This has been coming up. So in all my reads, is like keep that hope, you know, keep that hope alive. And then I couldn't help but notice, yeah, we have a 9 of Cups here. That's a very full and satisfied card. Cups definitely would be Democrats. And strength. I mean, this is great. So, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for watching my reads. It's always fun to share. And as always, leave your comments on any hits or intuitions you're having. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.